Anime. Probably one of the most best things that life has ever given us. I love anime. I don't know if you guys love anime as well, but I personally love anime. I can't say that enough. How much I love anime. Anime's gotten me through some very tough times. When you need an escape and you want things not to make sense, that's where anime comes in. That's where it's just a whole other world where your just creativity just goes out the window. Just it's out of the box. It's better than anything ever. So are other cartoons like Looney Tunes and stuff. That's the bomb. But anime, so good. So I said I was going to be doing an anime video, which is this video. I got this from a friend of mine. So I decided to wear it for this video because I thought it would be right. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing how I lost my anime cherry or something. Let's call it that. So one of my friends from the past, long time ago, I want to say it was 9 or 10, 11, 12, 9. Let's go with 9. I was young and I was in her house one day and then she was just like, "You've never seen anime before in your life?" Sometimes people present anime as if it was a cult because they are so into it and so devoted to it that they bring it to you as if you need to have a blood oath or something. And it's so funny, but I understand. It's like the dark side, but once you go in, you don't come out. So she brought me into her room. She's like, "We're going to watch anime right now." And this girl, she had a fort. She had a fort and she just brought me in there. She took me in this fort and she took my hand. First of all, that was a sign of weirdness going on. But she took my hand. She brought me to this fort. I had to crawl. I crawled for a while. It's a pretty big fort. I gotta give her that. She was a pretty awesome fort. Went in there. There was like a little laptop or iPad or something. And she turned on this anime called Sailor Moon. Now, when I first saw it, I was like, this is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. Because I just saw a bunch of girls in miniskirts waving a wand, and I was just like, I don't, I'm not into it. But as I was watching it, it kept getting interesting. And I was just like, whoa. It blew my mind. I didn't know, like, what to think. I was so confused. I was like, after a while, I was like, what is this? Where can I get it? And how do I get more? Just blew my mind. There was, characters with tuxedo. Well, that was only one tuxedo mask, and honestly, he was probably my first anime crush ever. Which one of these days I'm going to be doing an anime crush video because there's a couple of them that I would love to just get into and just rant about. So, getting the oven's done, but that my roommate take care of that. So, there was her, and then there was Inuyasha, which I will get into. If my friend will do it with me, I would like to do a debate on here about whether or not Inuyasha belonged with Kagome or Kikyo. And if you are anime lovers, you know who these characters are, and you know that one is more loved than the other, and you also know that it can be debated on whether or not Inuyasha belonged with who. Inuyasha was probably my second anime that I fell in love with, and also the first anime that I finished. Sailor Moon was pretty long, so I didn't finish that first, but Inuyasha, it was something that took me away, and I felt like I had to finish it. So, Inuyasha is also another crush of mine that I will be discussing at some point. So, yeah, I wanted to get into that. I wanted to explain how I got into anime and how, I feel like anime's changed my life in a weird way. It's shown me that creativity is not a straightforward thing. It's kind of out of the box. It's kind of different. Like, anime barely has any boundaries. Age limit, there's none of that, basically. There's no really rules. Anything can really happen if you think about it. People can have superpowers for no reason. People can just die, and you didn't want them to die, but they just die. Like, oh my god. And it just blows your mind. There's also a couple of anime movies that are actually really good, like Spirited Away. That was in theaters a couple of, I want to say a couple of months ago. Recently, actually. It's been in theaters. And it was one of the best anime movies, I think. I've seen it more than 5 times. It takes you into a world where it's pretty weird. It's, well, spirited, basically. But it's, it's pretty, I was going to say gnarly, and I'm like, I never use that word. I need to stop. So, yeah, so Spirited Away is a really good movie. There's another movie I want to get into as well, Your Name. Highly recommend. I cried the first time I saw it because I've seen it more than once. It that also blew my mind as well. The art was very capturing, and the story was very, well, I don't want to say it's unique, but it's a cute story. I like the story. I think anyone who watch would be captivated by the looks of it and by just everything else. It's actually really good. So I would suggest that you go watch it. Your Name. Let's see. Do I prefer English dub or sub? English dub. I usually watch things in English dub. I'm sorry. My roommate hates me for watching things in dub. He thinks that I'm not a true anime person because I should watch everything in sub like a true anime person. Well, he can go suck it. Because actually, I don't mind sub too. Sometimes I prefer sub because the voice actors are better than dub. But dub, I watch that when I'm multitasking. Usually when I'm watching anime, I have homework or I'm cleaning or something of that sort. So, because of that, I want to be able to hear so I can kind of visualize what I'm seeing or something of that sort. And with English sub, I have to pay attention because I have to know what they're saying. The cool thing about anime is that at some point, you start knowing what they're saying. You start knowing Japanese. It's pretty cool. Like, some of the words like, hey, you said that. I know you said that. Oh my god. You start getting proud of yourself because you think you learned a whole other language, which, that's not the case. Don't you hate me for seeing, I was telling them, don't you hate me for listening to sub or dub?
You suck listening to dub.
I don't understand why you hate me. I watch English dub because I need to be able to see.
If you watch anime, you shouldn't be doing anything else but watching anime at the time.
See, he's a devoted animator. That's
animator or anime guy?
Anime guy, not animator, because that could be taken wrong. No, but like I multitask. Okay, I want to enjoy anime, but also do other things as well.
Because you were a loser.
He hates me.
I say I hate you. I just dislike how you watch dub anime. It makes me want to throw up.
Okay, some things I can't stand. Like, for instance, certain subs I have to watch more than dub because dub is, some of the actors for dub are just, but sub, I don't know how to explain it.
A lot of things, and a lot of things in the voice for dub, they don't use everything they say in Japanese.
That's also true. Some of the things that they say in dub, they say it differently in Japanese. So it'll be translated a little differently. It'll mean the same thing, but probably would have deeper meaning in sub than in dub. I feel like in dub, they kind of cut off it just a little bit.
Yeah, you disgust me for that person you are for watching that type of crap.
He says that he's disgusted with me. I don't know if you guys heard that. Also manga. Manga is also a good thing to get into. We're not getting into hentai right now. That's too graphic. They don't need to know about that right now. I'm talking about manga. Manga is basically the longer version of any anime.
That is not true.
No?
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope. It depends on popularity.
Well, true, but I've noticed, for me, I've noticed that every anime that I've looked at so far, the manga usually continues it, or
80% of it is manga, usually longer, but it depends.
Yeah.
It depends on popularity of the author.
80% of it. He says it depends on the popularity. Are you okay?
It's very
It doesn't matter as long as you take it out at the right time. Usually when I do it, it's not burnt, right?
Guess we're doing it then.
No, I'm doing this right now.
Check him out.
He's so mean to me.
Not me. I'm just strict.
I'm not mean, I'm just strict. Anyway. Making so much noise.
Is that all that works?
I'm sorry. I live with a person. Anyway. So yeah. So that's my whole experience on getting into anime. I wanted to get deeper into that because I'm going to be doing a lot more anime videos in the future.
No, I wasn't doing this too. I really was coughing. I wasn't doing anything.
I thought you were talking shit.
No.
I legit, because you were coughing, I'm like, I thought you were saying, bitch, or something like that.
No, I was just coughing like a whole person.
Anyway, so this video ended poorly. I started off strong, but then I think I want one garlic bread.
You have to say what it was in the video?
Yeah, I think they would like to know what I'm eating. Like they care. I'm kidding. Why are you making that face?
Nothing.
I can't right now. I need to end this video before
For what? Before I do something?
Before the person I live with makes it worse.
You want that stuff theory? Because I can make it worse.
Anyway, so please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my video.
Or don't. Works that way.
Or don't. It works the same way. Because he hates me.
You want one or two?
One.
Cheap ass.
Bye.